Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Nicole Simmons and today I will be presenting the Beginners webinar for South Africa. Anyone is welcome to join this and I'm going to share my screen now so that you can see where you can put the chat. Okay, so as you can see over here, excuse this over here. Over here on the right hand side it has a chat box, so all what you'd need to do is click on this blue chat. Okay, and then you'll just type in your question over here. So let me just show you how this works. We're going to say question, we'll say enter, and then it will pop up. Okay, so that is how you'll create a question, and then at the end of the webinar, I'll just go through the questions that are in the chat box if there are any, and then there we go. So now we're going to move on to the actual webinar. Okay, so it is the South Africa webinar for beginners, presented by Nicole Simmons on the 28th of August 2015. What is MMM? It is not a financial institution. It does not collect your money. It is not an online business, high-yield investment platform, investments, or multi-level marketing program. It is a community where people help each other. MMM gives you a technical basic program which helps millions of participants worldwide to find those in need of help and those who are ready to provide help for free. All transferred funds to another participant are your help given by your own goodwill to one another. If you are completely confident and certain in your actions and make up your mind to participate, we kindly ask you to carefully study all warnings and instructions first. In cases of any matter regarding the topic, our online consultants are ready to help and answer all of your questions. What's the ideology behind MMM? In today's world, we, the servants, are faced with inhumane, unfair, and unjust financial systems that are not aimed at helping people. Our system is aimed for those who produce money, such as the financial institutions, which we refer to as masters. The ordinary people keep their world in order to ensure our masters lead a life of luxury. Modern financial institutions become less and less efficient, with evidences of permanent crisis, recession, rising unemployment. It is now time for the people to create their own decentralized financial institution. MMM was created to show people that there is no need to live a life full of poverty. We are the people for the people. We are not against you. We are part of the community. There will be no slaves and no masters, and everyone will work for pleasure and for the benefit of society. And the good will conquer the evil finally. Everything will be in that new world. So how does MMM work? MMM participants give help by transferring the money to each other directly. You don't have to make contracts or pledge your property. There are no lenders or debtors. Everything is very simple. One participant asks for help, another one helps. The only thing that MMM demands from its participants is to be honest and kind to each other. You ask for financial help when you need it. You give financial help when you are able to do it. So let's talk about legalities. MMM is a donation exchange program, not an investment or financial scheme. You do not invest money with MMM. There is no formal organization, no legal person, and of course there is no central bank account or any other activity in any form. Neither closed nor open, there is nothing. There are only millions and millions of simple participants, simple private persons and their bank accounts, and nothing more. Thus, MMM is absolutely legal and does not break any laws, because there are only money transfers between private persons and nothing more. It is impossible to forbid MMM, the same way it is impossible to forbid people to manage their own money the way they like. If they would like to do this, they would need to forbid the whole private property institution. So some advantages of MMM. There is no central bank account. You immediately start accumulating 30% on the money you provide. It is already in 107 countries. There are over 138 million community members around the world. Bearing this in mind, MMM Global Community only started up in January of 2011. We are changing the world together. There is free education. You can join us for our manager school and do a 10-day course. If you refer your friends, family, or neighbor, you get a 10% of their contributions. MMM is the #1 donation exchange program in the world. So let's look at how to join. If you go onto our site, on the right-hand side over here, you will see that it says registration. So if you click on that, it will pull up a page that looks like this. So no matter what MMM you're actually joining on, you are able to change your country. So all you'd have to do is click over here. So if you're from, let's just say, for instance, Lesotho or Swaziland or any other country, and you have wound up on MMM's South Africa site, you can change your country over here. And if your country isn't there, you would click global. Okay, so now we're moving on. Over here, you'd see that it asks you for your name. So a nickname is possible. You do not have to put in your full name if you're not comfortable with it. And then your email. Gmail accounts really do work well with MMM. Your mobile phone number, you can put that in over here. And then your invite. So remember I was talking about the referral bonus. So with this referral bonus, it's linked to your invite code. So if you have already joined, people that are referred by code, it does not appear over here. All what you need to do is click clear. It will take out the name, and then you can put in the invite code of the person. Please make sure that this is correct, as it is very hard to change. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so now we're moving on to the manager's email. Try to find out from the person that referred you who the manager is, so that you can get their email address and the right phone number. This will just ensure that you do have a manager that is able to help you if you have any queries. Okay, so how did you learn about us? There are many different options over here that range from social networks to forums. You can choose other, and friends or family. There's a lot that you can choose from. It's just for the statistics. Okay, so here we go. We have I am not a robot. So there is a block here that you would tick, and you just do a quick verification to make sure that you're not a computer doing the registration form continuously. Okay, here we have, I have read the warning. I am well aware of fully of the risks. Being sound in mind, I've decided to become a member of MMM. So that is just for you to understand what the warning is for being a part of MMM, and do know that we do not ask you to put in anything other than your spare money, so that the risk is a lot less for you. Okay, so once everything is done, we're going to click register in MMM, and we'll get a success letter. That just gives us a little bit of instructions to check our email and click on the link in the email to do a password recovery. So I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick. Okay, what is your point, your PO? Hence, it is not a police officer, post office, or purchase order. What is your PO? Your PO is your personal office. It is where you log in using the following link. So this is the new link that is used for the MMM office. So if you just go into there, you'll see that you can log in no matter what country you're from. You can log into the same office. Okay, so there's a number of questions I've been getting daily about everyone's personal office. So today we're going to work on clearing everything up in no specific order. So one, how do I play the lottery? This is a question that has been asked so many times, and it's very, very simple actually. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Two, how do I provide help? 3, where do I find my referral link and send to others? This is very important because you will be getting a 10% commission from them on the contributions they put in. And that's just not their first contribution. It's basically unlimited. So it's very helpful to have a few people underneath you in MMM to actually increase your income. How do I add a bank account? This is very, very easy, but it's very complicated if you don't know what you're doing. So please focus in that section, and hopefully you can learn something. Okay, and then how do I edit my personal details? So we're going to get into that. Okay, so logging into this, remember the password recovery that I was talking about? This is what it will look like the first time that you log in. Okay, so here it says password recovery. It says email, recovery code, new password, and retype new password. So this is what's going to pop up when you open up your link for the first time. So make sure that your email is correct. First and foremost, you cannot change your email. So when you do your registration, please make sure that your email is correct and you have double and triple checked it. Okay, so then we're going to put in a password in this new password link here, or the block. And then we're going to make sure that it is the same password. If it is giving you errors, it's just because it is too short. So you need to lengthen your password and just make it a little bit more complicated so that no one can actually access. MMM is very, very secure, so we pride ourselves on making sure that the passwords are not easy to access, and that's why we go through these steps. Okay, how to edit your details on my page and how to know what is the right thing to write. Okay, so this is what my page looks like. In the top over here, you have a little table that says dashboard, participants, my page, Mavro, lottery, and accounts. So that is your top bar. That is your taskbar, basically. So if you had to click on my page, you will get something like this. This is my personal page. Obviously, you can only have one account, but yeah, this is mine personally. So basically what we have is my first name, my last name, and my nickname in the system. My cell phone number, my email address, this is all, everything that's in gray is going to be done in your registration. As you can see here, I registered under Republic of South Africa, and my registration date is here, but that all this information over here is going to be the personal things that you fill in. Okay, down at the bottom here, you can see a few more things like Yahoo Messenger, websites, Google, your Twitter and Facebook handles. Everything is in there that you can actually edit, and you can put it in there so that people can contact you easily if you need to provide help or something likewise. Okay, so let's move on. How do I add my bank account, and what is a BIC IFC code? So I've had a lot of people ask me what is this code, and firstly I didn't know what it is, so I had to go do some research when I first registered, and yeah, now we can at least clear up the air here. Okay, so now we're going to go to accounts, and we'll say we're going to add a bank account. So here again in our taskbar, all we do is we click on accounts, and this page will pop up on the left hand side here. Okay, obviously yours will be empty if you haven't added a bank account yet, or you will see the bank accounts that you have already uploaded. So I have a Bitcoin account and a normal cash account, my bank account. So whether you're with South Africa or not, you can add in your Bitcoin accounts, but I do know that with South Africa you will need to add in a bank account as well. So we're just going to go click add over here, and then it will open up this side panel. So we have account name and the BIC IFC code, which is confusing to everyone. This is actually your branch code so that everyone knows. So we're going to put in the bank name, and we're going to put in your name for the account holder, the account number, the reference that you use for the MMM account that you open. It's just something for you to remember. So when people are paying to you, this is the reference that you will be seeing, and then additional info. So just make sure that you know that the BIC IFC code is the branch code for the bank account. Okay. So how to provide help. Learn how to do it correctly. There's a lot of people that I've found that have mistaken provide help, so we are going to go through this step by step. So first of all, we're going to make sure that we are on dashboard. And the way that you know that you're on dashboard is you will see the big green and big orange buttons that say provide help and get help. So with providing help, that will be our contribution to the community. And with getting help, that is when we will be withdrawing the amount that it has grown by 30% on. Okay, so let's move on. So now we're going to click on provide help, and then it will pop up this screen. This is the warning, and it says, I have read the warning, and I fully understand all the risks. I have made a decision to participate in MMM, being of sound mind and memory. So this is just a recap on what you had to do in the registration, where you've had to read the warning. So once you have read it, all what you would need to do is click on this box, and once that is ticked, you will click next. This does happen every single time that you provide help, so just make sure that you do read the warning at least once during the whole time that you're with MMM, preferably with your registration, so that you understand everything before you begin. Okay, so this is the second screen that it's going to pop up. As you can see, it says Bitcoin and it says other bank. So whether you choose it above the line or below the line, it doesn't actually matter, as long as you choose whether you're going to be doing it in Bitcoins or whether you're going to be doing it in a bank account. So once you choose one of them, you don't need to choose both sides of it. You can just click one of them, then you will select next. Okay, so I've used 100 Rand to show you guys because it is the minimum amount that you can donate in South Africa. So we're going to put in 100 Rand over here. Okay, and then we're going to say select. And once we say select, it's just basically telling us that in totality we want to put in 100 Rand into the system. So when we say select, we are going to basically secure that amount. So this will pop up next. So we'll say leftover distribution. So a lot of the times MMM will hold a special where there are a few things that you can choose from. At the moment there is only one, but there will be more coming out. So this is why we have this system. So the leftover distribution is 100. If there were, for instance, two specials, then what you could do is you could say 50 in the one or 50 in the other, or still choose 100 in the one. It doesn't really make a difference because it is your profile, it is your community, and you get to decide what you want to do. So here we see it says leftover distribution, and it says 100. So now we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you how we fill it in. Okay, so there I've put in 100, and as soon as I clicked out of the box, the leftover distribution is 0. So that means I have nothing else that is secured that I still need to distribute into the various categories. So make sure that it says 0 over there, make sure that your number is in, and that it is at the currency that you want to do it at. So this current one is a growth of 30% per month, which is what South Africa MMM offers. So then after that, we'll click next, and then this will show up. So we are just confirming that the details that we put in during our provide help session is actually correct. So we have chosen to provide 100 ZAR, which is South African Rand, at a current growth of 30% per month. Okay, attention. Your request can be cancelled before the order will be formed. When the order was formed, you will not be able to cancel the request. Check the request information. After the confirmation, editing the details will not be possible. So basically what this is saying, that once you have clicked next and you confirm it and it appears in your dashboard, you won't be able to edit any of the information that you provide. So you won't be able to say, I would like to provide it now in Bitcoins if you have said that you would be doing it in Rands. So just make sure that what you are committing to is what you have decided on. Once you have done that, you can just click next, and then this will pop up that says your request was added, please wait to process. So then we're just going to click OK over there, and as you can see, there it is. There is my request to provide help of 100 ZAR on the date the 27th. So I did this last night, so the date is correct. I've checked the date, it is there, and now all I have to do is wait for someone to call on the money so that I can pay it across to them and I can start growing it. Okay, so now we will be discussing everything that is on your personal office. Okay, so first we have dashboard, which we have spoken about. That is the provide help and get help buttons, and everything that you see in your the request that you have done to provide help. If you have provided help, for instance, and you don't know where the transaction has gone, you can just click on this button over here. It says show complex or cancel orders. So every transaction that you have done in MMM, whether it be transferring to someone or whether someone's transferring to you, you will see over there if you click on show complex or cancel orders. And then everything on the right hand side over here will be the requests that are still waiting to be processed. Okay. Okay, so what is participants? Participants are the people that you would refer into the system. So if we click on participants, we'll get this little drop down. So the trustee is the person, if you want to have a trustee for your account. Referrals, this is where you'll be able to see the people that you have referred. And the referral statistic. So it just basically shows you what your statistics are for the amount of people that you have referred and what your outcome is. Okay, so now I've clicked on participants and I've clicked on referrals. And this is the little, or the top part of the referrals that pop down. So obviously I can't show you the rest of the screen. I wish I could, but there are a lot of personal information about people that have already joined under me. So this is how you're going to be able to get your referral code. You'll click on participants, Okay, over here, you'll click on participants, you will click on referrals. It will take you to this screen. And on the right-hand side at the top, it says show my referral link. Once you click that, a screen will pop up that looks similar to this. Okay, so there's my referral link, and your referral link will look basically the same except for the last part here after the equal sign, which is going to be your nickname in the community. Okay, so you can copy that link, you can send it to people, or you can take the invite code, which is just your nickname, which is Nick, for me it's Nick Simmons ZA. So I'll take that and I'll say to people that is my invite code, or I'll take the whole link and I'll say that is my referral link to MMM. Okay, once we're done there, we just got to click close. And then we're back to the first screen, which looks like this. Okay, so we're moving on now. Okay, what is Mavro? What does my contribution look like? So what I've done is what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what your Mavro looks like. A lot of people say to me, but as soon as they request the help and then they provide the help to someone and it's all accepted, they have no idea where to find their money. So this is how you find your money and how you see the growth of it. Okay, so I've taken 2 transactions over here, one of something that I have provided and one of a referral bonus of someone that I have helped. Okay, so every Tuesday and Thursday, the interest will show, but that doesn't mean that it's not growing on the other days. So over here, this is something that I provided on the 31st of the 7th. I'm still waiting for it to be called on, but I do have a few transactions in the system, so I'm not preparing for it to be happening anytime soon. I still have a few before then. And then over here, I have a referral bonus. So this is how the 2 difference looks. I have a lot of people who also ask me, I've referred someone, but I can't see their bonus. It's because what you need to do is you need to look at your wallet. Okay? If it says current growth of 30% per month, that is something that you have contributed to the community. When the amount over here goes green, that would mean it's confirmed and it is growing at 30% per month. Okay, over here we have the referral bonus. Okay, and this is 10%. So this person who put in 200 Rand. Yes. Okay, so far it is growing. My referral bonuses, I don't have to withdraw them. They start growing in the system itself. So you can choose to do whatever you want with the referral bonuses that you get. And over here, you'll be able to see transaction and available for withdrawal. So if you have a couple of confirmed transactions or confirmed contributions, you can click over there and you can see how much you have available to withdraw in the system at the time. Okay. So a big one. Everyone loves the lottery. And the best thing about this lottery is that it's free. So let me quickly, before I move on now, if you would like to take part in the lottery, what you need to do to basically get entrance into the lottery is provide help and have it accepted. So basically what that means is you've requested to provide help and someone accepts it and then you transfer it to them. So then they will confirm on their side saying that you have made a payment to them, and that will mean that your dream is active basically. And then from that day, every single Wednesday, you can go in and you can see your numbers being chosen in the lottery, if you're lucky. I hope so. Okay, so now we're going to go again to the top taskbar, and we're going to go click on lottery over here. And then over here, you'll be able to see that the lottery starts, and then this is next week's lottery, which is every single Wednesday. Okay, so I've just chosen a random bunch of numbers here. I don't actually choose these numbers per se. So you can either choose each and every single number, because there are 6 numbers. You can either choose them individually, or you can say generate all available, where it will give you a randomized or selection of numbers. Once you have done that, you can just say remember my choice. Okay, so quickly with the lottery, it is not available on Global because Global does have MMM Extra. So lottery is only in South Africa. Anyway, so moving on, the jackpot amount is $136,000. So to explain quickly how this works, if you get 2 numbers in the lottery, okay, and there are 4 other people that get 2 numbers in the lottery, it will give you, in totality, it's $1,000 that gets split between the amounts of people that got those certain numbers. So that's for the first two, if you get two numbers. If you get all 6 numbers and you're the only person in South Africa to get all 6 numbers, then you'll be able to get the full jackpot amount of $136,000. If there are 2 of you or 3 of you, then obviously you'll be split accordingly. So that is how the lottery works. Okay, so finding the news and how to apply to become a manager. So a lot of people say to me as well that the only way they know how to find the news is if they log in and there's something new. It is not the case. You can go back and you can back read on certain things. So all you need to do is go on the right hand side here, still in the top taskbar, okay, and you'll see information over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on information, and it's going to drop down. It's going to say news, frequently asked questions, promotional materials, registration buttons, webinars. Just quickly, the support over here as well. I don't know if I actually made this, but yes. If you click on that, it will take you to the support center where you can actually create tickets for the support. Okay, so back to the news. So we're going to click news over here. Okay, and it's going to bring us to this screen, which is normally something that we see when we register, or when we log in. And over here you can see the past 2 months worth of news, but you can scroll down. There's quite a few things that have been posted and they do not get taken down. Okay, so over here we have weekly news from Sergey Mavrodi, and we have another one and another one. There's quite a few of them and they're very interesting to read, so I do recommend that you read them. And over here we see it has Global Open 6th Batch of Managers School South Africa. It is actually the 7th, but let's move on. So there it is. Okay, so now if we click on that link, or on the title, it's going to say here, Africa enrolls new students for Manager School. Each member of the community from an African country can apply for the school, receive management training, and become a manager in Being a manager, you can get a lot of opportunities. To register new members through your personal office, create your own multi-level structure, and to receive managers' bonuses from all participants' deposits. So it is not compulsory to invite people on but like I said earlier, it is a big advantage because that is 10% that you may never have had. So over here we can see it says applicants should fill out the form below. That is the application form for the school, and then the school will actually take place on Skype, so you don't have to go to a building or a center where you'll actually go study. Everything will be provided onto the Skype chat, and you'll also be well prepared to become a manager. Okay, so there it also says, please join the Skype chat of the school. Just click the link below. If you do venture away from this page and you have the application page open, there is also the Skype chat on the application page. So you don't have to worry too much about that, just as long as you do join the Skype chat and your application is complete. Okay, remember that the school is free. All that you need to graduate from the school is your desire and your time. So every single night there is a meeting that happens, and you will be asked to do tasks and tests as well as a big presentation. So it isn't too hard, but make sure that you do know exactly what you're talking about when you working with and you won't struggle actually. So yeah, and they are there to help you. There are people who will guide you through everything. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me tonight. Just to recap, my name is Nicole Simmons. So if you'd like to connect with us, you can go onto our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/mmmglobal.southafrica. And then my Skype address is Nicole Simmons ZA. So if you have any questions, or if you would like me to present one of your questions in the next webinar, please Skype me with your question, and I can answer you as well as answer it on here so that more people can see and understand it. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful night.